they have the return of Taylor Decker. He is expected to return to the Detroit Lions for another season. Do I feel like this is a good or bad thing? In reality, it doesn't really matter. It affords you some security. It affords you some type of flexibility. From the standpoint of, if I'm being honest, you got somewhat stability with him being there, but you can't afford to drag your feet on a replacement. I believe whatever the replacement plan is, it has to be now. It has to be now. Frank Ragnow started off at guard, then transitioned to center. You know, in this situation, in a lot of situations, you want the guy to transfer to start off at right tackle and move to left tackle, but it's fine here. You need to get a guy. This is what you need. If a guy might be raw at playing left tackle, he needs to be a tackle prospect. See, what's the difference between a right and a left tackle? The right tackle, left tackle, the arm length from dealing with top pass rushers, the athleticism, right? The feet. And he has to be the potential for an elite pass blocker. We could work on run blocking. Decker is a weak run blocker, but you know what? He ain't paid to do that. He paid to protect the backside or the blind side of Jared Goff. So when we start getting into having these conversations about that, the fact of the matter is this. You got to get somebody that's athletic and got the long arms. Now, ideally, you would like to start them off bare minimum at right tackle. That's fine. Start them off at left guard. Let them rock the left guard out. Or him and Manu Giovanni can rock it out at right guard, right? And that's just what it is. He can rock it out at right. I mean, they can battle out at right guard, left guard, and that'll be what it is. Yeah, you know, they got to find the athlete. You know, but they can't get a guard and be like, we can make them. It don't work that way. Not permanently. You know, you get you a left tackle, get you an athletic guy out there, start him off at guard or right tackle in this situation, guard. Let him battle it out with Manu. And he win, and then, you know, Decker go away. He transition to left tackle. That's it. And it's going to be chances for him to play left tackle this year from the standpoint that Decker going to miss some time. Regardless, he going to miss some time. So, yeah, they that's one of the most imperative things they got. They three top needs, you know, in my opinion, is that left tackle's position, that interior defensive lineman that can rush the passer and the edge rusher. Now, I know some talks about the secondary. People want to talk, nah, you ain't panicking yet, you know, because, you know, Kirby's done. We'll see what happened with Kirby. Y'all more concerned about the need than anybody, right? Oh, the knee. They know what's going on with the man knee. And guess what? In due time, you will see. Brian Branch's Achilles. That scares me a lot, too, from the simple fact that, you know, he wasn't always the most athletic guy. You know, as far as speed-wise, that's why he dropped in the draft. Okay? But, you know, he's lighter, so he can recover. Lighter people tend to be able to recover, you know, from the Achilles more than heavy people. So I trust that he could recover. So we'll see what happens. But, you know, you still, you know, as of right now, you still have Terrion, which could be in trouble, or, you know, he could be in the Max Crosby trade. Rackstraw, I mean, it is what it is. You might not bring back a Meek. You got DJ Reed. So, you know, obviously, you know, the thing is, if you get a Max Crosby and you get a Lee McNeil to really fall back into form, the crazy thing about it is this. A great pass rush makes your secondary look a lot better. So, but back to Taylor Decker, yeah, they got to shore that up. They got to get that together now. They got to find that left tackle prospect, and it can't be as raw as Manu. It can't be as raw as him. They got to make that happen. So if you say they do trade them 2-1s for Crosby or somebody else, that second round pick, they got to have a tackle that they really, really like. That's just got to be, or they got to have a tackle somewhere that they really, really, he can't be super duper raw. You know, you looking for an elite athlete to play left tackle. You know, and then somebody that you can coach and teach and refine and refine some of the things. So yeah. So, but you see a lot of tackles go high in the draft, and they supposed to be elite, and they not elite. Remember Robert Gallery? He was a guard, and the Raiders took him high from Iowa. I mean, Big Ten country produced great offensive linemen. Iowa, Wisconsin, Michigan, the list goes, Nebraska. The list goes on and on. Historically, he didn't hit. I mean, there's been a bunch of tackles that went high. Of recent, the Giants took one, didn't hit. There's been a bunch of them guys that move up and been busts. So got to make sure you get the right one. And make sure you coach them up the right way to be prepared, for everything that's coming their way. But yeah, with Decker, man, he affords you to not have to go out in free agency and spend some money, which, he leave, you got a couple more dollars available, but he allows you to not be able to go out there and spend some money and have to go see another tackle. But, for the most part, realistically, how long he going, he might give you 8-10 good games in a regular season. So they can't afford to, be playing around with that left tackle position. Go out there, get a guy that you like in the draft, prepare him for a transition in a year or two, or this year. He should be prepared and be done with it. You can't wait on that position, dog. That ain't something you can play with. They thought they was, getting Manu ready to play that position. We seen a glimpse in Cincinnati, but ultimately we only seen a glimpse because he got injured. So, but yeah, you want to get that, and there's so many good tackle prospects. You want to pick the right one. The one from Miami, if you're thinking about moving up, that kid from Miami, you know what I'm saying? They talking about he might be more of a guard. So he's a right tackle or guard prospect. So, I don't know about the kids from Utah, so I don't know really what their situation is, but we'll see. But yeah, it's going to be fun, in my opinion. It's going to be fun seeing how they attack this position. Giving up multiple draft picks, I mean, we'll see. Possibly for Max Crosby or somebody else or whoever. I mean, they got a lot of holes to fill. And a lot of their holes is just injuries. They come back out here and they pay F.A. Melifano to come back to fill a safety position. I have no problem with that if he can stay healthy. And also, if it gets sticky, he can come in and play corner, and play nickel, and play out. So, if it gets sticky, yeah, somebody familiar with the system, who is thriving in the system, So there's options out there, for sure. So Denzel Ward become available for them. That's an option. So we'll see, man. Check out the Trey Line Star playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Peace.